What's going on, everybody? This is Ed Talks, and today I'm going to be talking about two figures that I really love from the Titans Return line. Probably one of the best, next to a few other characters that we'll be rolling out, and that's Top Spin and Twin Twist from Titans Return. Now, these are the Titans Return versions. Yes, I normally buy the Legends versions, but at the time, I didn't feel the justification of spending the price for a Target Master that they never had. Plus, I strongly love the look of the Hasbro versions. They look great. And they come with the two weapons that they're actually supposed to come with. So that's all. And I just wanted to do like a review and a little bit of a surprise here. So we're going to go kind of quickly. And of course, we'll first start with Top Spin. And as you can see here, Top Spin has some nice articulation. He can do this. He has the two weapons that turn into like a seat. And you can make like a double grab weapon. And of course, he has decent articulation. Legs go back to here and things of that nature. He doesn't have rotating fists or anything like that, but he does do an excellent job. There is a sticker where the Autobot symbol is, and you can see it right there. That is a sticker. But other than that, like I said, I don't see anything wrong with it. A little bit of a looseness, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I know Titans Return had that issue with plastic and everything like that. And even from the back, they're pretty good. And we're going to take a quick look at Twin Twist, which was one of my Transformers I had as a kid back in 85. He was my leader until I got Optimus Prime. I didn't get Optimus Prime until 85, but at least I got the one with the rubber wheels. And it's the same thing here. The only difference is he's just like kind of the opposite colors. Also, though, he is a different shade of blue, which incidentally was kind of like the original. In the original toy, he was a lighter shade of blue, and Top Spin was a darker shade of blue. Now, the Takara versions do get the colors a little more toy accurate, but since we never really got them on the show, hey, I'm cool with that. And these same's with the same double guns, except they have like little blue connection points instead of, white, which is odd. I don't know why they came with that opposite effect, but he does the same type of articulation. Leg can go back to here, leg can go up to here, and he can do, I forgot to do the kick. He has the waist articulation, and of course from the back, again, pretty nice, clean look. And they are Headmasters, which they were not as original G1 toys. They were jump starters. You kind of roll them back. Now the problem with Titans Return is we were kind of going into the modern day foot and ankle articulation, and these toys don't have it. But they still stand up pretty good. And the heads pop right off, as you can see, and they're very boring. I mean, they don't do much. There's no color or anything, no paint. I mean, And again, who cares? I really don't see them as Headmasters, so, suit yourself there. Overall, these two are my favorites. They are really the pinnacle of the Titans Return line, and I say that because they were always hard to get in there. I hate this, because they have to cut them in kind of backwards. They were the pinnacle of the line. Actually, they were hard to find. But I did find both of them in the store, believe it or not. And yes, as soon as I saw them, I just snatched them up. And now we're going to do some quick comparisons, mainly to deluxes. Because this is what they were supposed to be. This is just supposed to show you how much more we pay and how much less we get in a sense. Here is one of the deluxes from Earthrise, my favorite toy to play with when I come home, Smokescreen. And they kind of tower over him, which I don't have a problem with that, because after all, they are also the Wreckers. And I don't have Let me see if I got any other figures around that I could compare them to from this line. Let's see. Actually, I don't have anything on the shelf. Give me one moment. We're going to pause for YouTube magic. And I'm going to grab one more toy to kind of compare them to. And I'm back. So I went and grabbed Legends Blitzwing, which was a Voyager. And as you can see here, he's pretty big over them. And I brought what would be considered a Voyager, actually Springer. And just to show you again what we're losing as we progress in the future. That size, but of course Springer being leader of the Wreckers and them being Wreckers, it's a fitting comparison. And just so you could see it, see what I mean? All right, we're going to pause one more time to clear out the room. Okay, so let's start when we're back with transformation. We're going to go this quickly. I'm going to take the head off and let's open him up. Let's get him open. Now, it's been a while since I transformed this, so if I make any mistakes, as I tell everyone, please feel free to laugh at me, because I probably will. And first, I always fold in the fist. So now we have the folded in fist, and the head is gone, and the arms, they kind of collapse like that. And same thing, they just kind of collapse in themselves. You know, that's the first time I've ever had that come off. So now we're down to this, and then we kind of lift this up, lift that back, flip that around, flip that down, flip that around. Then we come back here and we do that. Now we got the legs, which we're going to do the, what I call the collapse that we get from another favorite toy line of mine, the Combiner Wars. I call it the collapse. But actually Titan's Return did it much better. Trust me. I'm just telling the truth. And it's not a hard transformation. It shouldn't take you long to really transform them. And then you just kind of turn it around. And then you want to take the arms and just kind of force them in like that. Almost as fast as if you were having a jump starter. And voila, fold the feet in. And there is the vehicle mode. And the vehicle mode is stunning. I love this vehicle mode. I love the way this looks. I love, oh my goodness, everything about this. Look at that from the back. You know, it's awesome, man. It's just, these were one of the best Titan Return toys ever made. And we're going to throw him in there too. You know, another thing, again, the cockpit nice and easy too. That's another thing. And then you could take the guns. Now, I'm doing it the way I like to do it. You can do it the way you like to do it. So I just kind of put the guns on the side, which probably you may not like. And voila, we got him in his vehicle mode. Look at that. Reminds me of when I borrowed this from a friend when I was a kid. I used to love the way he looked. Just so nice. Look at that. Look at that design. And there we go. And we have both vehicles. Look at that. Oh, look at that. But wait, there's more. So in Japan, we got the remold for the LG EX Big Powered set. And we got Roadfire, which his mold was taken from these two. He has a slightly different transformation, but he mainly borrows from Twin Twist. And here he is. Now, he gets a Headmaster treatment, but the paint job is exquisite. And you'll also notice a little difference in the back of him. He has, and this is part of his weapon. It's really supposed to be one piece, but I broke it into two. So let me show you what his weapon is supposed to actually look like. It's supposed to be like that. One big giant weapon. It just doesn't fit in his hand well. We're going to put that to the side. Still a cool weapon. And look at this robot. Look at this robot. Look at the head. Look at the head. It's a different... The chest is different. He has the treads, but they're painted black now. The legs have a new molding here at the shins. He's still the same... What's that? I guess... he's still the same toy. It's been sitting... from the back, let me show you something. He has a different molded back where the other two would have their weapons here. He has a molded back there, and that's where everything goes inside, so to speak. Now let's look at the head. Now this one, whew, let's take a look at the head. Again, nice close-up of the head. And again, not much of a difference here. He's just kind of, he's a little more painted, more or less. And he really fits in here. This is the cockpit, mainly. So we're going to put that to the side because this transformation is similar. But I want you to see the details in the chest, how everything was remolded. And the color, the paint scheme is really lush and nice. This is the best of the three. By the way, I may review the rest of them down the line. But I love this one. And I actually stick one of the Optimus Prime Headmasters on him, and I kind of have him as like a pre-Beast Wars Loud Convoy. It's just a thing you can do. Now you got all three. And so far, unless you have the Takara versions of these, it's really not, it's the same, just the paint's different. Not much, just the shade. Where these are kind of a cream and they're white. And then, of course, he is Takara with the nice paint job, and you can see where he gets his cues from. It's got the same, top, but these parts are different. And then he's got this blade and then the weapon. So it's pretty cool. I like it. And so we're going to move on. And then we're going to pause. And then we're going to give, of course, some comparisons here with some of the other vehicles that I have in front of me. And the weirdest part is, of course, my old friend Skywarp, who always sits in view. They're very similar in size. And this is a bigger guy when he's transformed. He's a much bigger guy. But, that's not much comparison. It's going to be the same size as a car, But, yeah, this is just a comparison. I like to do this comparison because of how much they fold up together. They're pretty much the same size. It's... get them all in view. Yeah. Like, I can see them, chasing each other. I'm gonna get you. Yeah. Yeah, you like that, don't you? What do you mean? Yeah, that's how you play with toys. All right. We'll be right back. And I'll give my final thoughts. And we're back from YouTube Magic, and I want to get my final thoughts. We have three stunning figures here. The mold itself could be reused a lot of ways, but I'm glad that they kind of didn't go overboard with this. Twin Twist and Top Spin are one of those, characters that were simple Transformers back in the days. And there were a lot of third-party companies that did it. Mech Ideas had a very good rendition of these two. And I did own that. But these, to me, are better and even more fun to transform than the Mech Ideas. And then the fact that they used him to make Roadfire. Oh, man. That right there is just awesome. So that lets you know that this mold is one of the superb Titans Return molds ever made. Hands down. I still give them a 10 every time I pick them up because of they're just perfect. They're what a Transformer should be. If you try to find them on the secondary market, I think they kind of hover sometimes between $40 and $80. I haven't really checked in a few months. This guy you can actually get separate, I think, for like $40 sometimes. And if not, if you want to buy the whole set for the LG EX Big Powered, I think it goes for about $159 at most of your e-tailers. I got him from Japan for like $100 from Amazon Japan. Apparently it's not as popular over there as you would think it is. It's on the cheap side, the whole entire set, if you go for the Diatlas, which is the worst of it. And Sonic Bomber is kind of in the middle because he's a remold of Misfire. All right, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this three. So overall, if you don't own these three, or one version of these, you're missing out on very good Transformers. I think you should go out and get them if you can find them. You know, scour eBay, scour trade groups, groups that sell toys, Transformers. You know, try to check out, you know, flea markets if you can go to some, you know, just to try to find these two. Well, hopefully they may show up at a discount store. I doubt it. It's been about 3 years. But other than that, they're great molds. Very enjoyable, very fun to play with. Great as Headmasters. Every aspect of this mold screams awesomeness. And I give them, boy, a 10. That's just my opinion. So tell me your thoughts. And down in the description below, leave your comments. What do you think about these two? Did you miss out on these two? I heard a lot of people did because they weren't really in the stores. You know, did you like them? If you own them, do you want to own them? Do you hate them? You know, let me know. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank you for my new subscribers every day. If I get 1 subscriber, I am happy. Believe me, I am happy. And it inspires me to do more because I have more people waiting for me to do stuff and I don't want to disappoint. Again, thank you very much for that. My name is Ed Talks, and I just want to say have a great night, have a great evening, have a great day, and we've got another review coming up in just a few moments. Good night.